Welcome to the Kuamka Talent Show 2021. My name is Akua Wilson, and I am the reigning Miss Kuamka. The purpose of tonight is to showcase the talent of our 9 candidates. Earlier this week, these candidates competed in the essay, interview, platform, and question and answer competitions.
Good evening. My name is Karan Knights, and I am your reigning Mr. Kuamka. We appreciate your attendance tonight and ask that you are supportive of our candidates. Even though we are virtual this year, we still encourage audience participation, so feel free to share your comments in the chat area. Be sure to join us on Saturday, February 6th for the Red, Black, Gold, and Green Virtual Ball, streamed on YouTube at 6 p.m. We will announce the new Mr. and Miss Kuamka, celebrate academic success, and be inspired by our transition students and more.
We will begin by introducing our judges for tonight. Our first judge for this evening is Nadia Ibram Tani. Nadia Ibram Tani is a career coach in the Linder College of Business. She coaches students to build career-ready resumes, prepare for interviews, and implement comprehensive job search knowledge for the purpose of increasing job placement percentages and starting salaries. She is a member of the Linder College of Business Diversity and Inclusion Council, where she champions diversity, inclusion, and belonging in order to build and strengthen a community culture where all are welcome and seen. She is a student government mental health champion and is the communication chairs of the UC Association of Administrators, Managers, and Professionals, where she strategizes and implements a holistic communication plan that enhances engagement in facility staff, community, and collaboration. In her spare time, she is pursuing a master's degree in marketing at UC and can often be found listening to live musical theater around town. Well, when such things are possible, again, that is.
Our second judge is Major Cooper. Major Cooper is 37 years old from Memphis, Tennessee. He is in his 16th year of working in higher education professionally. Major currently serves as the Assistant Director in Student Activities and Leadership Development. He believes that being student-focused and centered on DEI work is a true passion. Major is full of energy and loves working with students and student organizations. His favorite quote is, "The paradox of education is precisely this, that as one begins to become conscious, one begins to examine the society in which he is being educated," by James Baldwin.
Our third judge is Deborah Love. Deborah Love hails from the Hoosier state of Indiana. However, she could be considered a native of Cincinnati, having been here since the mid-90s. Her travels after high school with Up With People, an international educational organization designed to promote understanding among people, provided her with a unique worldview lens and perspective. Social work for her has always been more of a way of life versus a career. She is also a member of the Inclusion Collaborative, which works to create an inclusive environment of mutual respect within the University of Cincinnati Foundation. When she is not sharing her love for UC within our alumni, you can find her exploring her neighborhood in East Walnut Hills or volunteering with Pi Beta Phi, an international women's fraternity, as an international officer.
Our fourth judge is Terrence Harrison. Terrence Harrison is the program manager of veterans programs and services at the University of Cincinnati. As a native Cincinnatian, Terrence joined the Army Reserves on January 21st, 1989. He is a Sergeant First Class who currently serves with the 807th Medical Brigade in Columbus, Ohio, where he serves as the Operations Non-Commissioned Officer and the Brigade Equal Opportunity Officer. As an active drilling reservist, he has served the Army in the following locations: Panama, Ecuador, Germany, Guatemala, and Cameroon. In addition to those locations, Terrence served in Iraq in support of Operation New Dawn in 2010-2011, where he earned many awards, including the Meritorious Service Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal with Campaign Star, and the Good Conduct Medal. Terrence earned his Master's of Science in Criminal Justice from the University of Cincinnati and his Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice from Northern Kentucky University.
Maggie Ibram Tani is a program director of alumni and donor experience for the College of Arts and Sciences and UC Libraries. She is responsible for developing, implementing, and executing programs and events for our UC graduates and donors that helps connect them back to the college. She is also a member of the Inclusion Collaborative, which works to create an inclusive environment environment of mutual respect within the University of Cincinnati Foundation. When she is not sharing her love for UC with our alumni, you can find her exploring her neighborhood in East Walnut Hills or volunteering with Pi Beta Phi, an international women's fraternity, as an international officer.
We'll now get started with tonight's show.
First, we have Miss Kuamka candidate number 1, Miss A'Jiana Birchmore. For her talent, A'Jiana will perform a dance narrating us through the hardships and expectations of dancers to be perfect in their craft. Her dance will show the trials and triumphs of learning to love what you do. Please welcome Miss Kuamka candidate number 1.
I wish I was a dancer. Then I could spin and spin without ever getting dizzy. Because when my mom used to spin me in her swivel chair, I just fall off. And she'd tell me if I was a dancer, spinning would be easy. So I'd dance and learn the music's rhythm. Watch my feet make shapes on the wooden floorboard. I'd shut myself out completely from the world around me. Focus on my breathing, on my steady, the steady movement of my body. Yes, but no, I have to make it flow. The pressure is on, from myself, from others, to look and move perfectly. Spin faster, jump higher, more flexible, become stronger, be better. But this is not just me, because that is our way. Humans with the everlasting desire to become better than they already are. So you learn the dance, and you repeat. But what comes from it is so much more than moving your feet. Because when the music takes your body and your mind, brings to life a new story, blank canvas to color, a resolution to find. So I push through the endless knockbacks and falls, learning to find my unique connection with the music, how it makes me feel and move, how it takes over my body, my mind, how I have the power to project a dream of feeling through dance, the wonderful power to make others see that dream. I am free. I am limitless. I let go of my mind. I let go of my body. And I finally have a way to show the world my answer. I have finally become myself. But I still wish I was a dancer.
Next, we have Mr. Kuamka candidate number 1, Mr. Quincy Allfree Jr. For his talent, Quincy will be demonstrating how to make a strong beat with simple elements. Elements representative of what happens when individual pieces come together as one to create something greater. Give it up for Mr. Kuamka candidate number 1.
You ever wonder how to make a track? Well, today I'm gonna show you how. First thing you need is a real solid melody, and today we're gonna be using a sample. You can listen to it right now. Soulful, full of rhythm, energy, everything we need. Now, what we need is a kick, and our kick. All right, drive the track a little bit more. Now we can put in the snare. What our snare is gonna do, give us a little bit of support. All right, I like that pattern. Now let's go with it for real. All right, our snare supporting our track, giving it a little bit more rhythm and everything like that. Now we gotta add in the hi-hats, which go just hypnotize people a little bit. Next, we gonna add in the open hat. I like that pattern right there. Our open hat gonna come in. Some percussion. Just add a little bit more nuance to the track. All right, now our sound getting a little bit wider, a little bit grander. We have a good foundation, but there's still some sounds we missing. Mainly just one very important sound that most songs have, but we don't have in this yet. Trying to think of what it is. The bass, that's what we got. All right. All right, letting it play. It's a little funky, rhythmic, everything that we need. Now, we have a very good sound selection. We got our drums, our percussion, and we have our bass now, a little bit wider. Now you can play with the song a little bit and take things out, put them back in, rearrange it, and just have fun with it. Right now we cutting stuff out. In a minute, we go ahead and cut out our percussion. Now we're working on a little bit of a transition to an outro. So you get a little bit more simpler, even more simple. You just take stuff out for the outro, simple loops, and there you go. Y'all have a good one.
Introducing Miss Kuamka candidate number 2, Miss Bemnet Melaku. For her talent, Bemnet will be presenting an original spoken word titled The Mask That Reveals More Than It Hides, accompanied by a video visual showcasing her art about uncovering your true mask. A message to herself and her community, this piece serves to bring awareness to common struggles and the power of kindness. Please welcome Miss Kuamka candidate number 2.
We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and it shades our eyes, but dig beneath it and there you'll find the mask that reveals more than it hides. And this empty void we call our minds, our truth of who we are resides. The internal battle can shake the walls, so do you know who you are after it all? I do. I see you. I see the woman who shows up every day, who can make the earth stand still with a single gaze, no matter what they say. A hero of a woman. Her awards and contributions stand taller than she does. She knows she can't fail because people depend on her, but in her own image, she is shattered. If only they could see the agonizing scars spread like a roadmap to finding the weaknesses that were once invisible. The scars of an imposter who stands at the mirror every morning repeating, I am enough, I am worthy, I am talented, I deserve this, hoping by the 12th time she'd believe. I see the man who always has his friends weak, who brings life to everyone he meets, but 20 notifications, getting him out is always a feat. They know his presence is rare, but it fills the room. No one knows that at night he drowns in his warm, glistening tears. The only light he has seen is not the one at the end of the tunnel, but the dim, distant glow of everyone else's smiles. His eyes scruffy, his nose red, he hasn't slept, he'd rather be dead because like an officer's gun that doesn't always need a reason to trigger but does anyway, so does depression. I see the woman who seems so bright and strong yet doesn't overstep in case they look at her like she doesn't belong. The passion in her eyes ignites her path in everything she does, but her broken heart sings a voiceless song because the air from her lungs will never escape her throat to tell you her stories or ideas or explain to you her worth, because let her open her mouth and she is a liar, attention-seeking, an angry Black woman. I see the man who seems to have it all. The girls, the friends, the money, the cars. His laughter booms, his Instagram story long, but like pouring water on stone. It doesn't seem to help him grow when he's alone. He's gone stoic to help him hold his own. Grief too vast to process, so he freezes it until it hides, then moves on from it, prohibited from all expression. Boys don't cry. Black men don't be reactive. From a young age, he learned that lesson. Our true masks can cloud our vision, making us feel like we're alone in our struggles, alone in our mission. But no, you're not alone. So no matter the mask you wear, remember, kindness is something we can all share. So when you look in the mirror, who do you see? What kind of person do you need? And for someone else, that person you should be. Thank you.
Next up, we have Mr. Kuamka candidate number 2, Mr. Lance Entsuah. For his talent, Lance will be doing a comedic but informative skit on building muscle. Health is wealth, as they say, and Mr. Kuamka candidate number 2 wants you to be as wealthy as possible. Give it up for Mr. Kuamka candidate number 2.
Welcome, Gym Bros. My name is Lance Bromance Entsuah, and this is Bodybuilding 101. So just a little bit about me. I am the 8-time Mr. Olympia champ, the 6-time Arnold champ, and the 3-time world champ. I'm the 35-time King of Gains, and I'm the president of the International Federation of Bodybuilding. I am the president of muscles in general, as you can see. And if you can't tell by the hat, I am the father of fitness. Don't believe me? Google it. Now, class, for this class, here's the syllabus. For a textbook, you're gonna need a gym membership. No Planet Fitness. Attendance is mandatory. You can't just lift weights one day, then go buy a muscle suit from Planet Fitness, and then call that a being bodybuilder. You know, you can't do that. Now, the class schedule for the month is right there. As you can see, we're doing arms first. Let's go. Now, we're gonna start off with some arms, and we're gonna focus on the shoulders first. We're gonna do something called an Arnold press. And no, it's not named after the twig on the left or the T on the right, but rather this muscle man right here. Yes, that's him, the muscle man himself. So for this Arnold press, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna hit the 3 heads of the shoulder. The rear deltoid, the medial deltoid, and the front deltoid. So we're gonna take our dumbbells and we're gonna retract our shoulders to hit that rear deltoid. If you can see that, we're just hitting it light, just like that. Now we're hitting that, lifting our elbows up to hit that medial deltoid, and then we're pushing to hit that front. So everyone do it with me. Participation points right here. We're retracting, lifting the elbows, pushing up. Oh yeah, just like that. One more, and yep, that's it. That is it. Ooh. Now the second workout we have is the triceps. Now for the triceps, they're the biggest part of your arm. So when you're trying to get the big, beefy arms, you gotta hit some big, beefy triceps. So for this, we're gonna do a tricep overhead extension. Now Dr. Doofenshmirtz has a guide to the tricep area, but for this class, the only tricep area you need to know is right here. 1, 2, and 3. Now for the tricep overhead extension, many people say, well, my elbows hurt when I do it. And that's because you need lubrication. No one likes to go in dry. Wink, wink. Now, that hits the spot. Let's get going. We're gonna bring our triceps up just like this and extend. 1, come on class. 2, 3, just like that. Next workout, boom, boom. Now the third workout, or biceps. And for this, we're gonna do bicep curls, also known as curls for the girls. Now, if you are a girl, you're doing curls for yourself, because you go, girl. Now, the secret for curls is time under tension. So if you're having trouble timing the eccentric and concentric movements, I've got a little tip. Use some hardcore rock and roll music, works like a charm. So here we go. Ready? Sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? That's the end of class. Homework, 2 protein shakes by 11:59 p.m., no extensions. Now start getting ready for your bench press midterm and make sure to bring your guns to class. The ones attached to your arm, not your book bags. I'll see you next week.
Next up is Miss Kuamka candidate number 3, Miss BrieAnna Reedus. For her talent, BrieAnna will be doing a vocal performance of Art is Calling for Me from The Enchantress and showing her presentation that features Black women in classical music. This song is to show that Black people are valid in all forms of art and we have the ability to thrive in any setting. Please welcome Miss Kuamka candidate number 3.
Mama was a queen and Papa was a king, so I am a princess and I know it. But court etiquette is a dull, dreary thing. I just hate it all, and I show it. To sing on the stage, that's the one life for me. My voice is just like Tetrazzini. I know I don't aim if I sing in Bohème, that opera by Signor Puccini. I've roulades and the thrills that would send the cold chills down the backs of all hearers of my vocal frills. I long to be a prima donna, donna, donna. I long to shine upon the stage. I have the embonpoint to become a queen of song, and my figure would look pretty as a page. I long to be a screechy, peachy cantatrice. How very lovely that must be. That's what I'm dying for, that's what I'm sighing for. Art is calling for me. I'm in the elite, and men's are at my feet. Still, I do not fancy my position. I have not much use for the men in my life. They just burn with lyric ambition. Those tenors so sweet, if they made love to me, I'd be a success, that I do know. And might asked if I once sang in Faust, that opera by Signor Puccini. Girls would be on the brink of hysterics, I think. Even strong men would have to go out for a drink. I long to be a prima donna, donna, donna. I long to shine upon the stage. With my voix du pois and my tra-la-la-la-la, I would be the chief sensation of the age. I long to hear them shouting viva to the diva. How very lovely that must be. That's what I'm dying for, that's what I'm sighing for. Art is calling for me.
Introducing Mr. Kuamka candidate number 3, Mr. Raphael Hicks. For his talent, Raphael will be doing a vocal performance of I Want You Around remixed by Snow Allegra and Black that incorporates a personalized message for our Black brothers and sisters. Through his performance, Raphael hopes to remind us all of the strongest force on this planet, Black love. Give it up for Mr. Kuamka candidate number 3.
I sat in my room and stared out the window. The dark, starless sky cascaded sadness into my room and into my mind. These four walls began to look too familiar and less comforting. I realized I was alone, sitting in dead silence. I begged for my phone to fill this empty room. And as my phone begins to fade back to black, a light appeared. You appeared. And for the first time in a while, I felt surrounded by love. It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. No, I fall for you every time I try to resist you, and we can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I wanna hear is inner visions on replay and sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you, thinking we should wait, but we don't really want to. I just wanna get away and sit right next to you. I don't wanna kiss you, yet I just wanna feel you. Feel you. I want you around. I want you around. I want you around. I want you around. Hey. Look. I want you to be around for this year, next year, every year, showing our accents everywhere. We've been making black dreams, real things all on our own, bringing black joy and magic when the world's about to fall. Look, now love your black queens, black mothers and black kings, black love, that's all we got. When we're done, we rockin' extraordinary crowns on our heads, so profound, not even 45 could bring our spirits down by now. And we can get away, come with me, we'll fly away. I stay in bed all day with the Netflix on replay. If we ain't watching, that's okay, just vibing with you in the cool. Yeah, we just gonna be great, cause that's the only way we made with that melanated glow. I just wanna swag and surf until we can't no more, getting old sitting next to you. Yeah, I don't wanna kiss you, yet I just wanna feel you. I want you around. I want you around. I want you around. I want you around. You know that I want you. You know that I want you. Yeah, around. You know that I want you around. You know that I want you around. Thank you.
Next, we have Miss Kuamka candidate number 4, Miss Olivia Marie Riggs. For her talent, Olivia will be doing a spoken word poem called Imagine That, which will create a picture of police brutality within this country. Through her performance, she wants you to imagine what it is like to experience police brutality firsthand. Please welcome Miss Kuamka candidate number 4.
I first was going to come up here and talk about how we're being convicted in orange jumpsuits. However, we're not just being convicted in orange jumpsuits. We're being convicted in our regular clothing. Imagine that. Close your eyes for a minute and just imagine last moments of Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, Rashard Brooks, Imagine the fear, the sadness, the anger, the resentment. Imagine all of it. Imagine their last moments being reduced to their skin color, to a bullet. I mean, imagine being asleep in your own home, and then 3 white men barge in and start shooting at you. No explanation and no accountability. I mean, imagine being accused of having a counterfeit $20 bill and then having a knee placed on your neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I mean, imagine jogging in your own neighborhood just to get hunted and gunned down with, again, no explanation and no accountability. And then as of a few weeks ago in our own state, Andre Hill, yes, that's his name, was killed for something as trivial as bringing his own family Christmas money. This is not the America we are fighting for. This is not the America that Malcolm X talked about. This is not the America that Martin Luther King dreamed about. This is not the America that our ancestors laid down their lives for. This is not it. I mean, imagine that. There are far too many ways we can die in America for being black. We can die while jogging in our own neighborhood, going to the store, sleeping in our own rooms. Come on now. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Imagine all this exhaustion, all this fear, this anger we're feeling. We're tired. Imagine it. However, I do have some hope in my future and in your future. I do hope, and I do have hope that we can see a better America. I do believe we can be able to go to the store without being accused of having a counterfeit $20 bill. I do believe we can go to our neighborhoods and not get killed. I do believe we can just sleep peacefully and find peace in our own country. I do believe that can happen. But the police, they have to look at us as human. They have to see us as our equals. They have to see us that we belong here. Hell, we built this. I can see that. I can imagine that. Can you? Thank you.
Introducing Mr. Kuamka candidate number 4, Mr. Myles Twitty. For his talent, he will be performing his rendition of Michael Jackson's Rock With You from his iconic album Off the Wall. In performing this piece, Myles wants to highlight the legacy and relevance of instrumental performances in Black American music. Give it up for Mr. Kuamka candidate number 4.
final performance tonight is Miss Kuamka candidate number 5, Miss Kristina White. For her talent, Kristina will be conducting a science demonstration as well as performing an original speech. Kristina hopes to discourage stereotyping and promote Black women's individuality. Give it up for Miss Kuamka candidate number 5.
What do you see when you look at me? Is it a sparkle behind my deep brown eyes? Maybe the smile I get complimented on so many times? Is it this coat or these shoes I decided to wear? Is it the way I choose to do my hair? Are you surprised that I carry myself with such poise, or maybe shocked that for a girl like me, I don't make much noise? Can you tell all the hopes and dreams that my future could hold for me? Is that what you see? No, while I wish this were the case, and I'm sure you might notice these things eventually, we all know that the first thing you see is the color of my skin. You might be thinking, oh, it's another one of those Black girls, or I'm surprised she doesn't have those nappy, kinky curls. It might be running through your mind what kind of car I drive, how and where I grew up, the kind of company I keep, or how I'm able to speak so eloquently. Well, this may come as a shock to some, but I don't have time to care about cliches. I've got to focus on what's going on in your body system. That's because I am going to be Dr. White someday. But even if I wasn't, that doesn't give you the right to judge me or anyone else based on some preconceived notion. Even a peek inside of a Black woman's mind would keep you running in constant motion, just trying to keep up. And that's the beauty of a Black woman's individuality. You can't label us, stereotype us, try to stifle our personalities. We won't let you. But even with all of our beautiful differences, doesn't mean that we don't have common ground, because there are threads in all Black women that can be found. We have the strength of our ancestors that flows through our veins. We are a force to be reckoned with, despite our troubles and pains. We have the courage to continue on when the rest of the world would rather see us furled. And when we come together, we have the power to spark an explosion that could change the world. Thank you.